What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ravi Wadden, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the 2023 Subaru Solterra, because in my opinion, the Subaru Solterra is the best car to lease in America right now. So in this video, what we'll do is we'll go to the Subaru website and we'll actually examine and study this lease, and then we'll go through it line by line, we'll read the fine print, and hopefully along the way, I will answer any questions that you may have. And if by the end of this video you have any unanswered questions, please leave them in the comments below and we'll get to them. So with that, let's actually jump into the computer and check out this Subaru Solterra lease that, in my opinion, is one of the best, if not the best, lease deal in the country right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is the homepage for the all-electric 2023 Subaru Solterra. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, this vehicle is electric. And for those of you that don't know, this vehicle is actually very similar, or is essentially the same car as a Toyota BZ4X. Now, Toyota is a shareholder in Subaru, and this is one of their shared cars and shared platforms. But as we scroll down the page, you'll see that right now there's a 0% APR for 72 months, or for $399 a month, you can lease this car with $0 down. So let's go ahead and explore Solterra special offers. And that will actually take me to this page, and we'll actually scroll down a little bit. And here you can see the lease offer. We'll go ahead and click the lease offer to read the fine print. Now, as you read the offer details, it says, now through November 30th, 2023, lease a new 2023 Subaru Solterra for $399 a month on a 36-month lease. It's a premium trim, $399 due at lease signing, and a $0 security deposit. Now, for those of you that have been following my short form content on TikTok or on Instagram, you'll know that this lease deal was only good until October 31st, 2023, but Subaru recently extended the lease deal to November 30th, 2023. So thank you, Subaru. I appreciate that, giving us all an extra month to get this awesome lease deal. Now, one of the awesome things about this lease deal is that there's only $399 due at lease signing. Now, most lease deals that you'll see from Honda or Mercedes-Benz or Toyota, it doesn't matter the manufacturer. Most of them require at least $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, or even $5,000 down. So for this lease, to only have $399 due at lease signing is awesome, and it's not something that you see all of the time. Now, if we read the disclaimers on this car, you'll see that this is a manufacturer offer, and the MSRP on this particular car is $46,220. You have a net cap cost of $37,288, which includes the $295 acquisition fee. And your total payments, so your total 36 payments, are going to equal $14,364. And with this lease, it does have a lease and purchase option of $25,421. So what that essentially means is that if you were to lease this car today and you drove it for 36 months and 10,000 miles a year, at the end of the lease, you can buy this car for $25,421. Now, a lot of manufacturers, especially these days, are not allowing you to purchase your cars at the end of the lease, especially Tesla. Tesla is notorious for this. If you lease a Tesla, you have to turn it back in. But this particular car, you can buy it for $25,421. Now, this actually brings me to an important point, which is positive equity in your lease. Now, just because you can purchase this car at the end of the lease for $25,421 doesn't mean that you should. Ladies and gentlemen, it only makes sense to buy this car or trade it in or sell it to a dealer for the positive equity if your car is worth more than the buyout amount. So if essentially at the end of the lease, you go to cars.com or you go to autotrader.com and you see that 2023 Subaru Solterras are selling for maybe $30,000 or $32,000, then you can actually realize the positive equity that you have in your lease. And the beauty with leasing is that if your vehicle is worth less than $25,421, you can simply turn that car back in. You don't have to worry about having negative equity in your car. You can simply turn it back to the dealer and walk away. That's it. Now, I want to bust out the calculator for you guys because I want to talk about the 1.25% rule of leasing. Essentially, I have this little rule called the 1.25% rule of leasing, that if the vehicle's monthly payment with $0 down is less than 1.25% of the MSRP, that's a great deal in my book. So if we take this vehicle's monthly payment of $399 and we multiply it by 1.1 to factor in 10% tax rate here in the state of Washington, you get $438.90. And if we were to divide this number by the MSRP, which is $46,220, we get 0.949%. So ladies and gentlemen, not only are the monthly payments on this particular vehicle less than 1.25% of the MSRP, they're actually less than 1% of the MSRP. And these sub 1% lease deals haven't been around for at least 3, 4, maybe even 5 years. So the fact that you're getting this vehicle for less than 1% is incredible. Now, another thing I do want to point out is that this particular vehicle does come with 10,000 miles a year, but you can and you should negotiate a 12,000 mile a year lease or even a 15,000 mile a year lease if you need it. You see, a lot of people make the mistake of not negotiating a 12 or a 15,000 mile a year lease. They think you have to get 10,000 miles a year, and that simply isn't true. And as a matter of fact, if you negotiate a 12,000 mile a year lease or a 15,000 mile a year lease at lease signing, you'll actually get it cheaper than paying the excess mileage penalty, which in this case is 15 cents per mile over the 10,000 miles. Now, there are a couple of other things that I do want to bring up pertaining to this lease deal. The first thing that I want to bring up is that this car is a pure electric vehicle, and this lease deal includes the $7,500 EV tax credit. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the beauty of leasing an electric vehicle like this that's built outside of the United States. You see, most foreign cars, when you buy them, or foreign electric cars, when you buy them, you do not get the $7,500 EV tax credit. But with this car and most foreign electric vehicles, when you lease them, you do get the $7,500 EV tax credit. Another thing that you need to factor in when it comes to this lease is the gas savings. Now, I know that electricity isn't free, but if you charge your car at home like I do on a level 2 charger every single night, electricity should run you about $30 to $50 a month. And that's if you're driving anywhere between 10 to 15,000 miles a year. Another thing, and this is sort of a con to this lease deal, is that there is not that much inventory out there. And even when there is inventory out there, it's sometimes hard to get dealers to bite on this deal. Now, I think the reason that inventories are low are due to 2 reasons. Number 1 is that they probably didn't build enough of these cars. And number 2 is that the demand for these cars is just outrageous right now because this is such an awesome lease deal. But ladies and gentlemen, regardless, I wanted to share this lease deal with you if you are in the market for an electric vehicle, or more specifically, in the market for a Subaru Solterra. As I said, in my opinion, this is one of the best lease deals in the country, if not the best lease deal in the country right now. But with that, I want to thank you all for watching. Financial knowledge is power. Please like and follow for more.